Hey everyone. So last night was the first of three rookie camp games. I saw some of it. I tried to watch as much as I could. Um, so I'm going to tell you my thoughts on the game and the players. And that's right here at Talking Habs with Rick. That's me. So in my 50 years as a Habs fan, I've seen the highs and the lows that go along with all that. And I'd love to tell you all about it. So please subscribe and ring the notifications bell, and that'll get you all of my videos and live streams and much, much more, and all dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. So let's get right to it. But of course, before we get to it, I just want to remind you guys, check out the Habs preview that Matt from the Sin Bin, Scotty2 Hockey, so Scott from Scotty2 Hockey, and myself did on Friday. You can find the video in my playlist. Go to my channel page, go to my playlist, and it's in the live stream playlist. Check it out. It's 2 hours Habs preview. We talk about pretty much all kinds of things about the Habs and how we think the season's going to go and all that kind of stuff. So check that out. The Sin Bin, Scotty2 Hockey, and Talking Habs. Okay, so let's get right to it. Now we'll get right to it. I'm just going to go over the lines for the three games. From what I understand, they're going to stay the same, but you're going to see different lines. They've got 5 forward lines, 4 defensive lines. You won't see all of them in every game, but they'll mix and match. So top line seems to be Harvey Pinard, Paling, and Suzuki. Alan McShane, Jake Evans, and someone named Alain. I don't know his first name. It's just skipping me. I saw it before. Cox, Cam Hillis, and Ha, but I think that's Howell. Pizzetta, Hood, and Marlowe. So those are the 5 forward lines that are in this camp, and 4 of them will be playing every game. Defense, Fairbrother and Brook, Leskinen and Flurry, Crevier Morin and York, and Leguerriere and Plouffe. And the goalies are Primo and Shank. So that's the lineup. You're going to see combinations of these lines and pairings in all 3 games. The top line seems to be that it's Paling centering Suzuki and Harvey Pinard, Raphael Harvey Pinard, who's a player. I think he's going to be such an underrated player, but he's going to be really good. I think he's one of those guys we're really going to love over the years. Smart guy, can play. I think this guy, he's going to be like Byron, can play. You can slot him almost anywhere. What do they call it? Swiss Army knife kind of player. First line, which he's playing here in this tournament, he's playing on the top line, can produce offense, but he's a smart guy. I think he can play on third and fourth line if need be. So he can play top 6 minutes or bottom 6 minutes. Suzuki was on his game. In my live stream last night, I was asked how I thought Suzuki was. I didn't see enough of the game to have seen enough of Suzuki to say that I was impressed. I was actually a little disappointed. But upon reading everything and seeing all the different reviews out there, I obviously didn't see enough of him. Apparently, he was on his game. His passes were crisp. He was setting up his teammates. He was just doing everything he was supposed to. He made the entries, zone entries, a lot easier. A lot of the zone entries were due to his work, either carrying the puck himself or finding a teammate a little ahead of him and passing the puck off. Paling had a good night. I know I saw a couple of good things from Paling. There was one play where Paling was off on the left side half boards, and I'm going to say it was Harvey Pinard at the net. It was a 40. I thought it was a 40 number. It might have been Howell. I'm not sure. I'm assuming Harvey Pinard. But anyways, he made a beautiful pass through traffic, through to the other side of the crease for a little deflection that the goalie saved. So I saw a couple of really nice things from Paling. Jake Evans was solid. I have a feeling Jake Evans has a really good shot at making the team as one of the extras. So basically doing a lot of press box sitting, but then filling in for injuries or for situation that call for it. He got hurt. I don't know what happened, but he was hunched over. Something happened. I think it's his hand, his wrist, something like that. Other people were thinking that it's his stomach, but he was hunched over. I thought holding his hand. he got to the bench, and then he didn't come back out for the rest of the third. And I haven't seen anything about anything like that. Kale Flurry, who has a shot to fill that third pairing right defense position that's open on Montreal. He had a good solid night. Can't say that I noticed him too much, but this is what I'm picking up from reading the reviews of the game from various people. It seems like if you different reviews found different players that stood out, so you got to read them all and then see what and then from what little bit I saw. Unfortunately, I was running around getting prepared for my live stream last night. Wasn't able to concentrate. There's another game on tonight. We're going to be live streaming it. I imagine I'm going to be participating somewhat, either for half of it, or if we can work it out, the whole live stream on the Sinbins channel where the preview was, the season preview. Check that out. Should be all three of us again, going over the game, watching the game, and giving commentary. A lot of fun to do. It was a lot of fun to do, so I hope you guys who did check it out enjoyed that. Let me see now. This is one thing they had trouble with. They did carry the puck over. They didn't really have trouble entering the zone, but it was once they got into the zone that's where it seems like it eluded them. They had trouble converting chances, except when the Sens either turned over the puck or were making bad errors in their zone. So they were having trouble converting the chances, and surprise, surprise, power play. They weren't converting on the power play. So I'm hoping that's not an omen for things to come for the big team for the season, but this was a problem. Let's see now. Leskinen. Harvey Pinard got his goal on a really nice setup. He was at the side of the net. Suzuki fed a pass through traffic, and he deflected it in, or it hit his stick and he tossed it in. Honestly, I was watching, and it happened while just sometimes you just divert your attention over for a second, and that's when something happens. That's what happened. And there weren't any replays, so if you didn't see it on this stream, you didn't see it, and that's it. Leskinen and Fairbrother skated very well. Fast skaters, good skaters. They also were. They took the chance to pinch, and then even weren't afraid to go to the goal line to try to make plays. So carrying the puck in deep, trying to make plays, confident, I guess. Or, maybe not carrying that somebody covered up for them, but I would think confident somebody covered up for them, but taking the chance to create offense. So I like that. Fairbrother looked really good. I kind of wrote him off. I didn't know much about him and wrote him off in my prospects list and stuff. Fairbrother looked like he was greatly improved. Let's see now. Paling and Howell, I said coming close. That was a really nice pass through traffic by Paling. It really stood out. He found a lane and he got the puck through. Paling also made a bunch of nice moves, nice setup attempts that obviously didn't pay off, but it's not all about that. A lot of what camp is for is to see how the guy's doing. You don't always have to connect, but how are you doing? Are you actually making plays? Are you just standing around scratching your ass? Stuff like that. Now go to Caden Primo. Caden Primo was, as advertised, positionally sound and square to the shooter. At all times. Square to the shooter and positionally sound. That's how I did a video about him way back. And that's how he came advertised, and that's what he looked like. He looked really good. I didn't get a good look at him in the development camp. This was my first good look at Primo, and I like what I saw. Yes, he gave up 3 goals. 1 was an empty netter, so he gave up 3. But it's not about all that. It's about all of the whole game. You don't look at the bad things. It's too early for that. One thing I liked about him too, gave up a goal. He was still cool and calm after that. It didn't get to him. He seemed Carey. This is another Carey Price. He could be a really good goalie. One point. Yeah, there was one point shot that he stopped in particular where he had 3-4 guys right in front of the net. I didn't think he could see it very well, but the nice shot went through the lane and beautiful save. So his concentration is really good even through traffic. Hillis The last goal with 10 seconds left was a Hillis pass to a sweeping in Howell. He was sweeping in on the right side, and they made it 4-2. With just 10 seconds left, and I think at either Sens defenseman or I guess Howell in the follow-through bowled over the goalie, and the goalie got hurt a little bit. I don't know the guy's name, Decord I think his name is, and I didn't hear anything about that after. So this is what I've got to say about the fact they lost, and the Sens looked a little better. First of all, the Sens played the night before against the Jets, and they clobbered them 8-1. The Sens rookies are playing for a lot more spots than Montreal has to offer their rookies. So basically, Ryan Poehling and Suzuki are pretty much the guys that are going to make the team, whereas on the Senators, there's a lot of spots open, 5-6 places that these rookies have chances to make. So there's a bit of a difference there. Plus, they're a little older. They have a little bit more experience. A couple of them have a little bit of NHL experience on the forward side. So, I mean, this makes a big difference. Okay, so the fact that they lost is not a problem. First of all, consider the Habs prospects that weren't in the game. So Joel Teasdale, who's injured, he's there at the tournament, but that's for off-ice things, but he's not there on the ice. Cole Caulfield is in the NCAA and cannot be there. Jaden Struble, same thing. Alex Romanov still in the KHL, not here. Jesse Alonin, Yanni Ikonen, and Jacob Olofsson, same thing. They're in Europe, not here. Big difference. I think if these guys were here, you'd see a big difference on the ice, so don't take the result. First of all, the outcome of the games at this time are not important. It's what goes on during the games that is. Losing doesn't mean our prospects are bad, and that's even if they lose tonight and on, I'm going to say Tuesday. So the tourney is for growth and observation. That means for the players to get better and grow in that environment, and for the coaches and staff to observe what they see how people are doing, try to figure out where they want to slot them, where they want them to go further their development, things like that. So don't take to heart that they lost. Okay, I think that's enough. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Again, didn't write going out. So subscribe and ring the notifications bell. I appreciate that. That'll notify you of all my videos and all that kind of stuff as they come out for your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. And I guess that's it. So have a great day, everybody. Hope to see you tonight if I'm on that podcast or the live stream, excuse me. We should have a lot of fun with that. If not, check it out. You can find streams for it on RDS here in Canada. I imagine around the world. So that's rds.ca and various other places. I guess just Google it, you'll find. Check it out, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll try to do a review for tomorrow of this game. So, okay, I'm overstepping my boundaries here. I already done my thing. Okay, so go Habs go. Go Habs go. Bye, y'all.